Good morning. I want to make a video about how to fit fun things into your life. I think that's a good video to make. I had a couple breakthroughs recently that is allowing me to have a lot more fun with my life. And I'm talking with a few of my friends and I'm seeing how they have really fun lives, able to do everything they want. And certain people that are not. And I'm just sort of seeing commonalities and I'm going to discuss it. And I guarantee I'm going to get a lot of people to agree with me. So to start out, what exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about a lot of people want to do more fun stuff. You want to go to comedy clubs, you want to go on dates, you want to go hang out, you want to go to the movies, you want to go kayaking, canoeing, snowboarding, travel to another country, but you never seem to find the time, finances, or energy. And I'm just addressing some of the limiting beliefs and correcting some things that I think will allow people to have more free lives and do what they want. So I'll give you an example. Saturday, okay, I'm walking to the train station. I'm about to go to New York. Now, what I'm gonna do in New York's first thing, I'm gonna get a coffee. I got a friend I'm gonna get a coffee with. Second thing I do is I'm gonna actually finish an audiobook that I have to finish right now. I just set a goal for myself for the day, or I set a weekly goal and I just didn't finish it yet, so I gotta do it today. After that, there's this cool little diner that I wanna go to. Just wanna go and explore. I'm gonna do that alone. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna actually do this. I'm gonna spend a whole hour, and me and a couple of my buddies are gonna spend a whole hour in New York, go to West Village. We're gonna pick up girls for an hour. We're gonna get 20 to 50 numbers, depending if we're in flow, get numbers on Instagram, might go an hour and a half. Love doing that. I'm a young guy, it's the bee's knees to me. After that, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to a comedy club. And there's a couple guys that I like, so I'm gonna watch them. And then at the end of the night, I may or may not watch a movie with my sister. I just want to spend more time with her, you know, being a big brother, right? But here's the thing, right? Sounds like fun, right? Here's where the interesting part comes in. I don't want to freaking go. Like, I want to go, but getting up, going to New York, doing all this stuff, man, I would much rather just, the lazy part of me, sit down, get a bagel from Dunkin' Donuts, get a nice little coffee, maybe watch a movie, play a video game, and just chillax. Maybe stay local, if anything. And like tomorrow, for example, like it's a Sunday, I want to go on a hike. I like reading, I like being alone, I like going for a walk. I don't feel like doing that right now. Even like when I'm thinking about tomorrow, I don't want to do that. But it sounds super fun. It sounds like I'm doing a lot, you know, doesn't it? Which is bringing me to my first point, which I always realize I got to act first and then feel later. If something sounds good or I planned it, right? If I promise myself I'm gonna have some fun, do something, I have to act first and not self-negotiate. I'm talking about having fun, dude. I'm not talking about working. I'm talking about having fun. I have to stop myself from self-negotiating, right? I realized this lesson when I used to be a very big hiker. I used to love going to just national parks, forests, spending time in any kind of Mother Nature area. You know, I used to love like hiking in the desert too. And my friend invited me to hike Camelback Mountain when I was in Arizona. And I wanted to go 0%. I knew that in the past. I loved being in nature, hiking. But when he invited me to do it, I was like, dude, I would literally rather shove bamboo under my fingernails. But what I realized, what I'm getting at is that when I did it, I felt amazing. When I did it, that's when I'm like, dude, this is such an amazing memory. I'm having so much fun. I'm starting to realize why I love doing this stuff. And so that's just like the first thing I always remember is that do the thing first, and then you'll remember why you like it. Do the fun thing, even if it doesn't sound fun in the moment. And so that's why I just got to commit first and then just figure out the rest later. Like I'll find a schedule, and then once it's happening, I'll do the first thing or the second thing, and I'll just be like, dude, I don't want to do that third thing, but I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'll feel better after doing that third thing, right? It's just because like doing fun things takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of uncomfortability. You know, I'll go to another country, for example, get a hostel, cheap little thing, go hang out, find a place. It's like, in reality, that's a lot of effort. I gotta, you know, it sounds super fun to travel to a random country in Europe, get a hostel, explore everything, but it still just takes, I gotta plan, like, what country am I going to? What hostel? When I get there, now I gotta walk and find this freaking place. When I'm out and about, now I gotta turn my brain out. Where am I going? Where's the nearest art museum? Where's the nearest coffee shop, right? Which I'm gonna talk about more as well, is that just remember how blessed you are. And these are good problems. Like, I know people that will do such fun things, and like I was at a comedy show yesterday. Yesterday I was performing, and this guy was just complaining on stage. I'm like, dude, you're on a stage in front of 20 people in Manhattan, and you're just sitting up here and bitching and moaning. Like, shut the F up. Shut up. It is so easy to be positive. It costs nothing. So don't feel sorry for yourself. Like, if you're in the middle of a hike, like I'm gonna do my hike tomorrow, and I'm halfway through it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. Well, I'm hanging out with my friends, oh my God, I can't believe I did this again. I'm signing up for this. It's like, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is so cool I get to do it. This is so cool. It's like I'm training like a positivity muscle, you know? Dude, isn't this so awesome? I get to go on the side, I get to go to like New York and hang out with cool people and be active versus being stuck at home. Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and so just like this is a little bit of a side note. So I'm in Connecticut, and I'll go to like New York sometimes to do comedy clubs. You know, you got Grizzly Pears, Rodney's, The Stand. And I have a buddy of mine who will never go down there, even though he is so passionate about doing stand-up comedy. I'm like, why? He's like, I just feel so uncomfortable. I don't want to do. What if I get lost? He's making like, you know, bitch-ass excuses, right? But it's like, it sounds exciting to him, but he doesn't do it because it's going to make him uncomfortable. And it's just a strange phenomenon that I see with not only myself, but most people. I'm so confused by it. And I'm like, I'm trying to like dissect it, because I'm almost trying to like think about how I operate myself. And he says, like, well, I just wish I had some guys to go do it with me. I wish I had people that I could rely on, like a buddy group to go do that thing. And I was talking about it further. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do if you don't find people to go there? Are you the kind of person that wouldn't just like get up and then go down there and then meet people? He's like, no, I'm not that kind of a guy. And he labeled himself with that identity. Boop, he's fucked. You know, I'm not that kind of a guy that would do that. I'm like, well, you just told yourself you're not, so you're definitely not going to. But I believe that would be my third point I'm trying to make, which is that you don't need friends to do this kind of stuff, right? I have been doing solo stuff all my life, and that is how I have made all my contacts, had so much fun. I went to Prague, Czech Republic. Did not know which hostel I was going to stay in. Did not know where I was going to go. Did not know who I was going to meet. Went in there, met some Americans, met some people from all over the place. Germany, London, Britain, right? It's a hostel that you go there when you travel to a nice location. And I made some lifelong friends, people that love to travel, people that love exercise, people that could push me, things I didn't even expect to find. And as an ironic side note, me doing that again, now that I know the potential benefits, it's a little bit nicer to me. It's a little bit more fun. If I want to just get a hostel in another country and meet people, I know how to do it. So it's simply that my theory is that doing fun stuff is supposed to be stressful. And that's so okay. If you say you're going to do something fun, like if you say, hey, I'm going to work super hard this week on this project, and when I'm done, I'm going to have fun and do X or Y or Z, you have to commit to that as hard, if not harder, than the project that you were working on in the first place. It's extremely cool. And that's what I'm saying, it's the exact same muscle. You know, you're not going to want to work super, super hard and then you have your break day and you think it's just a break day, so you're going to chillax on the couch, watch TV, and passively have fun. No, it is work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. It's not work hard, play soft. It's not play hard, work soft. They are synonymous, right? I'll give you a perfect example. First thing that comes to my mind, dating, okay? If I get a girl's number and I schedule a date, amazing vibe, made her laugh her ass off, you know, and then all of a sudden the date comes, what is it called? Flaking. She flakes. Why? Nothing really came up, just wasn't feeling like it. You know, it could be for multiple reasons, whatever, but I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it. Like, girls just flake just because they're like, I just don't feel like it. How they go on the date, I'm going to make them shit themselves laughing. Gonna pull pranks, and then it would just be like the coolest day ever, right? Do they know that? No. I know that. But that's why you gotta do the experience first, and then you understand second. You gotta go to another country, experience for the first time. Go to the trail, realize how good it feels to like go in nature. Right? I mean, think about camping. Think about canoeing, kayaking. If you guys have ever done that, it's like, it's awesome. It's super fun to do paddleboarding, all these things, surfing. But that stuff is hard, okay? You ever want to go like kayaking with your friends? You're carrying it on your shoulders above a stream, like for miles to a good spot. You gotta like drive to the location, coordinate with your buddy. But when you're done, it's like, dude, that is so awesome. And it's just, then at that point, once you realize that, it's just remembering that and then compacting as many fun things in a short quantity of time as possible, you know? Not going back to vegging out on the couch, like remaining cheerful grit. Like, dude, this is so fun. Don't be that guy that's like, oh, I'm just so tired, I want to go back and sleep at 5 p.m. You're like, I want to take a nap. Like, just shut the hell up. Nobody likes that guy who's bringing everybody down. And so literally just the point of me making this video is to let people know, if you want to have fun, you're not going to all of a sudden feel like doing it. Your status quo, if your status quo has been, I like to watch Netflix specials on the weekends, and that's your habit, you're going to keep going to that. It doesn't matter how amazing, anything. Maybe I'm not even thinking of it. Maybe you want to go, you're in a snow area, you want to go skiing, you want to go snowboarding. It doesn't matter how amazing that sounds to you. When the day comes, you are breaking a habit, and now you got to install a new one. And that is going to be, in and of itself, uncomfortable. Going against your natural grain of a habit. You're trying to be a more fun person, right? At first, it's going to be stressful. And that's okay. That's always what I say after. It's going to be tough, and that's okay. You know, it's just trying new things is not as fun as some people would think. Like, I like to try random stuff. I like different ways of exercise. Pilates, hot yoga, comedy open mics, painting class, random stuff. A run club, weekly run club. You know, but it's just like when it's your first time doing it, or even doing it repeatedly, it can be stressful. So I'm going on and then you start coming up with those self-limiting excuses. Well, you know, I got this other thing I gotta do anyway, and well, I didn't really want to do that anyway. Like, whenever, one of the greatest things about Kobe Bryant is how much he talks about that self-negotiating component of your brain. Just whenever you can feel the self-negotiating come in, I just cut it off entirely. And it feels insane that I got to make this about having fun in your life, but it is necessary, especially as you get older, you know. I would think that 30s, 40s, you get to the point where you're just like, you know what, I'm having so much fun by chilling in my house, doing nothing. And it's like, that's great. Good for you. More power to you. Trust me, I love it too. But when you're at the end of your life, it's like, what's going to be the better memories? And if I'm not even going that deep, it's just building the muscle of doing fun things. I swear to God, I know I'm going on a rant here, but it's like a muscle. You see certain people, like I have certain people on top of my mind who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, still just going at it. Like, dude, we got to go to do this thing. We got to go to this comedy club. We got to go travel here. We got to do that. You know? Maybe they're not doing the same way. Maybe they're not getting drunk every night. But always look and explore, have fun, do new stuff. It is a habit. And like any habit or muscle, it takes practice, use. Right? Like if you want to be the party planner, you're the guy that all of a sudden, you're the coordinator, you are the guy that plans events. That's like a muscle you gotta develop, right? Like I normally don't like to be, I did not grow up to be the guy that invites other people to things. I didn't grow up to be the guy that hosts the parties, you know? But it's like, okay, now it's a muscle I'm developing, and I'm coordinating things, sending the Google Map links, following people up, share your location. Dude, what do you guys think about going to this coffee place first before we go to the main of the zoo, before we go to the shooting range? What do you guys think? Hey, okay, I didn't hear from you two guys yet in the group chat. Shoot me what you think, you know? Does anybody need a ride, you know? But it feels so much better in the long run, and not even the long run, like a month, a couple months, versus being the guy that is just getting invited to things, playing video games on the weekends, watching Netflix. But to go back to the first thing I said is that you're only going to remember that when you remember that you have to do it first and then feel good later. It's like confidence. You will never feel confident before an action. Probably one of the greatest things I ever learned in my entire life. You have to act first and then you feel confident second. You have to act first and then feel like doing it second. So, that is my rant about doing fun things. Go out there, just live your life. For God's sakes, like just have fun. We are in the generation of the most phone-sucked people in the world, and it sucked me in so hard. It sucked so many other people in so hard, and it leaves the people that did not grow up in that generation just flabbergasted. You know, the stereotypical, why don't you go play outside? It's like, well, I don't want to, I got an iPad. And then you get older, and then hopefully you realize that playing outside is way more fun. So that's it.